communi- communication skill in work.
I want to
And also,
improve.
sorry.
You mean to say that you wanted to improve your communication skill?
Yes, and I don't want to make my English. I want to make my English improve because if I don't speak English, I will forget the grammar or vocabulary very soon.
Oh, really? So does it mean to say that you're quite forgetful?
I'm not sure because if I don't use the language, I might not familiar with it.
Oh, yeah, I think so. So that's why you really needed to study English. You need to continue studying English so that you'll be able to know and you'll be able to get up to date with what's new, right, when it comes to the English language. Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So anyway, thank you so much for letting me know that. And I just wanted to let you know that I'm gonna I'm also going to teach you an English expression every night or every class.
Sorry.
English expression. Okay. Now, my question is, how important is it? But before anything else, English expression is also known as idiomatic expression. Are you familiar with that?
Sorry, it's noisy. I cannot hear you very
Oh,
clear.
oh really?
Yes.
Alright, let me just try to call you back. I think
Okay.
that's better.
See you. Okay.
Okay.
Bye bye.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
It's clear.
Okay,
Yeah.
wow, that's better.
Can you hear me? Yeah, it's
Uh-huh.
clear.
Okay.
Better.
All right, all right. So there you go. Just to go back to our discussion earlier, English expression, that's an idiomatic expression, okay? We can also call it as idiomatic expression. Now, um, why do we need to use it and how important is it? Okay. All right, sorry, wait. Okay, so there, how important is it? So these English idioms are extremely common in everyday conversation in the United States, okay? So you will hear them in movies and TV shows, and you can also use them or make them or your English to sound more like a native speaker.
Yeah, that's how I want to learn.
Yeah, wow. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy.
Yes.
Yeah, all right. So there you go. Once I teach you an English expression every class, that's the time that you can, you can have additional knowledge. Then you can use it to foreigners. You can communicate with foreigners, and then you will notice that, oh, I'm I'm using this expression, and let's say, for example, you're watching a movie, you'll
Yes.
find out, oh, I'm using this, or I'm using this expression. Oh, I know this expression, right? So you will get related to it.
Yes.
Okay. So now that's my plan. All right. Anyway, Verna, how old are you?
I'm 28 years
Mm-hmm.
old.
Okay. When is your birthday?
My birthday is on September 3rd.
Mm-hmm. September 3rd. Oh. So you just turned 28.
Or maybe 29. Yeah, 29.
Oh, wait. Are you 28 or are you 29?
Let me check.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay. Sure, no
I don't
problem.
want to count, but
Uh-huh.
let me check.
Okay.
Oh, 29. 29.
Oh, so now you are already 29 years old.
Yes, yes.
Oh, I thought you're just 28 years old because you know what? I'm 20. I'm turning 28 years old as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When is your birthday?
Excuse me. July is 6, 1991.
July
Yeah.
26.
No, 6.
Sorry?
July
Yes.
6.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So anyway, since that I already told you or discussed the English expression, would you like to start with the new English expression for tonight?
Yes.
Okay, so our English expression for tonight will be this one. Hang in there. I chose this English expression because this one is really, motivating, encouraging people. Can you see it?
Yes.
Can you try to read it?
Hang there.
Hang in there.
Hang there.
Yeah, what is the meaning of hang in there?
Uh, just duration. Keep it going.
Keep it going. What else? Actually, yeah, you got the point, but what I want you to say is the thought. What's the thought of that? So it's the meaning of
The,
the word hang in there.
the thought of that.
Yeah.
Like, people ask a person to keep going, working hard.
Work hard. So yeah, you got it. It's don't give up.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, don't give up.
Yeah, so actually this one also means to say that, if you say it to a person, it means to say that you are building up his or her motivation.
Sorry? What's that?
You are building his or her motivation. So let's say for
Motivation? What's
yeah,
motivation? Oh, motivation.
yeah.
Oh, I know. Motivation.
So for example, hey Verna, um, I heard you failed the test yesterday. Did I hear it right? Well, anyway, hang in there. I know you can do it next time. You better do it next time.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, or you can do it better
Yes.
next time. Wait, have you tried to fail in a test?
Yes, of course.
So what did you feel?
I feel
I
depressed.
felt,
I felt depressed.
yeah, and
And
frustrated.
yeah, and think and thought I'm stupid.
No, don't you ever think of it. That's really bad. It would not really help you to get motivated if you would think that you are that kind of person, okay?
Yes, okay.
Actually, you're not because you're able to communicate with me, and I can, I'm able to understand what you're talking about. So you're
Okay, thank
not.
you.
Okay, it's my pleasure. All right, so there. How about you? I want you to make your own sense using this one.
Hang in there.
Yes, please.
Let me think about it. Oh, uh, oh, be hang there. The meeting will, the presentation will finish soon.
Okay, let me type it. Anyway, thank you so much for making me as the character there. Yeah, as the
Okay,
person of that sentence. So V, hang in there. The presentation
finish soon.
will finish soon. V, hang in there. The presentation will finish soon. So it means to say that don't give up.
Yeah.
The presentation will finish soon. Okay, thank you so much for that. And are you familiar with the color legends of our book?
What? Familiar with what?
Color legends.
Color.
Yeah,
Oh,
like if I highlight this one is green, it means to say you need to remember this. If I highlight this one is yellow, it means to say that this is the correction. If I'm gonna highlight this one as red, it means to say it's wrong.
mm,
Are you
red click. I think I'm familiar with this click. but not familiar with the color.
Okay, let me just put it on. Yeah, still same page, page 3.
Okay.
Okay. Mm. So what I mean to say is that, let's say for example, um happy, no, no, no. Like for example, red is for wrong or mistakes or errors. Who was your teacher last time before me?
Danica. Danica.
And where is teacher Danica now?
Sorry, you know her?
I mean, where is she now?
Oh, she's going back to school to start a
Oh.
new semester. So
Mm-mm.
she thinks she have to quit, resign, going to
Ah.
the class.
No, now I know. Okay. So there, did she already explain to you the uses of these color legends?
No,
So you're not yet familiar with this?
no,
Oh my gosh, okay.
but
Mm-hmm.
but it's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Can you just see the page two?
Yeah.
Look at the page two. So
Look
it's
at the
easy
page
to,
2.
yeah, sorry, look at the page two. It's easier.
Yeah,
I can understand because the red means
wrong.
yeah, yeah, and then she corrected with yellow.
Yeah.
So it 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 doesn't need to be explained. It's
Okay.
easy to understand.
Yeah, I know, but I just wanted you to have some heads up about this one, okay?
Okay,
Ok-
thank you.
Okay. Green is for the things to remember. So as you can see, teacher Danica highlighted some parts there as green. As you can
Yes.
try to look on page 2. Traumatized, swindlers, because things to remember. Green are the things to remember. And then lastly, we have orange.
Okay.
Orange is for the mispronounced words. See it?
Yes.
So there you go, that's it. So now that I already explained you the color legend, maybe we can try to move on now. Is it fine?
Okay.
Mhm. But I'm just quite confused with this lesson. You finished page 3, right?
Yes.
So we have here some words left, like job order, bridging, Danica Daltino. Am I right?
Danica. Yeah.
Or I think it's your teacher.
Oh yes.
Oh,
But I
okay.
call her Danica.
Yeah, because it's, easier to say.
Okay.
All right, so job order, bridging. I'm just quite confused with this one. Where did you get these words and how did you or what did you do? Whoa, how
Oh.
I mean,
You mean what did we talk about?
yeah, and where did you get these words so that we
We
can be
talk
able? Mhm.
we talk a lot, so I don't know.
Mm. All right, so did
So
you read
hard.
some articles here? Because as I can see here, you're just started, so I'm quite confused with this.
We just finish page two.
Yeah, page 2.
Yes. So I think we have to start on page five.
Okay, now I know. All right, so page
Oh,
5,
page four.
4, 4, 4.
Yeah, four.
Maybe let's try to start with this. Yeah, page 5. I already moved it
Okay.
so that we avoid confusions, okay?
Okay.
All right, so Danica, we have here an audio to listen.
You know what? Sorry.
We have here an audio to listen. Can you try
Okay.
to,
Yes.
yeah, go to number 2, track 3, exercise 2.
Okay, so I listen now.
Yes, please.
Okay.
Unit 2.
Unit
Exercise 2.
Exercise 2. Well, a postal survey would be quite cheap, that's true, but I don't think it would be very effective. Neither do I. After all, every time I get one of those, I usually put it straight in the bin. And the people who do answer usually skip half the questions. I think an online survey would get much better results. Well, it would be free, which is nice, but I don't think all our customers use our website, actually. They tend to buy our phones in shops, so I'm not sure how many relevant responses we'd get. We may end up with a skewed sample. What about individual interviews? If we met people, we could show them a prototype and let them examine it. That way they could give a more informed response. Yes, and we'd also have a better response rate. So we could either organise a focus group and invite 4 to 6 people to take part, or do a street interview and just stop people on the street and ask them questions. What do you think, Karina? Well, both options have their strengths and weaknesses, but to be honest, interviews like that usually cost a fortune. I personally think that a telephone survey is the best. We can look at the user profiles we have and just call members of our target market. You know, parents with young children. I agree completely. We should definitely focus on our target group. Yes, but what about the people without young children, like grandparents, who buy the phone as a present for their grandchild? Good point. It looks like...
Okay.
All right, it sounds that you're done. So we've listened to the audio, and it said here the marketing team at Euphony at Telecoms Company wants to research the market for mobile phones made special for children. Listen to the following discussion between the three collection methods they mentioned. So we got here three collections method, if I'm not mistaken, right? And again, the name of the marketing team, or the marketing team at Euphony, wants to research the market for mobile phones made specially for children.
Yes.
Were you able to understand what they're talking about there? Or if you wish to do so, you can still listen to it again, or let's move on.
Okay. Can I listen again?
Sure, no
Because
problem.
I didn't be clear about
Mm-mm.
what they asked me to fill in the blank.
Yeah, that's the reason why it
Yeah.
tests our listening skill.
Okay.
Okay.
So now I listen again.
Yeah, sure, no problem.
Unit 2. Exercise 2. Well, a postal survey would be quite cheap, that's true, but I don't think it would be very effective. Neither do I. After all, every time I get one of those, I usually put it straight in the bin. And the people who do answer usually skip half the questions. I think an online survey would get much better results. Well, it would be free, which is nice, but I don't think all our customers use our website, actually. They tend to buy our phones in shops, so I'm not sure how many relevant responses we'd get. We may end up with a skewed sample. What about individual interviews? If we met people, we could show them a prototype and let them examine it. That way they could give a more informed response. Yes, and we'd also have a better response rate. So we could either organise a focus group and invite 4 to 6 people to take part, or do a street interview and just stop people on the street and ask them questions. What do you think, Karina? Well, both options have their strengths and weaknesses, but to be honest, interviews like that usually cost a fortune. I personally think that a telephone survey is the best. We can look at the user profiles we have and just core members of our target market. You know, parents with young children. I agree completely. We should definitely focus on our target group.
Yes, but what about the people without young children, like grandparents, who buy the phone as a present for their grandchild?
Good point. It looks like we'll have to...
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
finish.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Let's now check it first. Alright, so it said here that we need to listen to the following discussion between the three collection methods they mentioned. And then at the lower part of the page, we have here they asked for the data collection methods, right?
Yes.
Alright, so number one is postal survey. And then the second one, what's your answer?
It's online survey.
Alright.
And individual interview.
Oh.
Group interview, street interview, and telephone survey.
Alright. Group interview or focus group. We also call it as focus group.
Okay, focus group.
And there you go. Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe that you would be able to listen to it very well. Ta-da! Wow, you got 5 points. I like it. Alright. So we have there what advantages and disadvantages to the different methods have. Which is the cheapest? Which is the most expensive? Okay.
Yes.
So it's more of, comparing.
So I have to explain.
Yeah, you need to compare what the advantages and disadvantages of different methods. So I'm going to add another table here, or 2 tables. The other one is advantage. The other one is disadvantage.
Okay.
Wait, are you familiar with the word advantage and disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Pros and cons.
Pros and cons. Wow, very good.
Thank you.
Okay, maybe we can just try to provide 5 tables there. So if in case, you have a lot of answers, you can do that, okay?
Okay.
So
I think the first one, online survey, the advantage of it is cheap.
yeah.
Okay. And the disadvantage is that not that relevant.
Not relevant. What else?
Yeah, because the customer will buy the mobile phone in the shop. Maybe they don't have their website's access. They don't have access to their website.
The access.
Access.
Like in China.
Why?
Like in China, I think.
The access?
Yeah, like I am sure you're familiar with that China really doesn't have access, and they can only browse for limited sites.
Oh yeah, because their government forbade they use Google, Facebook.
Yeah.
Something like that. Wikipedia.
Yeah, so why do you know, Verna, why, or what's the reason why?
Because they are not domestic country. They are, how to say that?
Free country. No.
No, let me check.
Okay.
Just like communist. Just like Russian before. Their government is communist.
So that's why they really don't have freedom.
Yeah, and I think now they progress, they have freedom, but their government still wants to control uh every word.
Yeah,
People
social.
cannot speak what they want to speak
Oh,
about
really?
they can speak, but they cannot tell the government bad online, especially if Chinese people can use Facebook. Maybe they will post a lot of bad thing about
Mm-mm.
Chinese government to the world, the rest of the world. So their government wants to control everything
Oh, so they really don't have enough freedom
for the talking, for the speak.
for speaking.
But in the real time, just like us, they have free to speak to each other, but they cannot tell online because their government have spy to investigate every internet, every website.
Oh my gosh. So why is China afraid of, afraid of their people to say something bad about them?
I think because Russian used to be communist, but someone uh, fight back, and now Russia is freedom country.
Ah, so you mean to say that they are afraid to experience what Russia had experienced about,
Yeah.
creating unions, allies.
Yes, just like the east of Europe.
Mm-hmm. Now I
But
know.
actually, I'm not sure about
Oh,
that
so it's
because
just your idea, I think.
yeah, but I guess so.
Mhm. Yeah, because I have two students from China, but they are both Taiwanese.
They are from China.
Yeah, they're
Uh,
working in China, actually, Ethan. They work there,
yes,
but they are
they are working
Taiwanese.
there.
Yeah. And
And
then, mhm.
did they tell you the history about us,
No, not
Taiwan and
yet.
China?
Not yet.
Okay. Uh, Chinese people, Chinese government think Taiwan is part of them.
Really? But
Yeah,
but you're not.
we are not. But
Oh.
actually, we are same people. We speak Mandarin.
Yeah, your language are quite similar.
Yeah, and then because of the fight, we are domestic country. But our government used to control the whole China. But the when in 90, the earlier of 90, maybe 1920,
Okay.
and the Russians support one of the Chinese people, Chinese community.
Oh.
So the Chinese community, the party will begin. It was bigger and bigger. Then in China, they have fight, and our government lose.
So you mean to say
So
they had war?
they have war. So uh, how to say?
They
They escape from the mainland China and come to Taiwan.
Whoa.
Taiwan is an island.
Yeah. I think
So
it's just
yeah,
a
so
very
our
small island.
government stay here and wants to fight back. At that time, like 1945, American government support us because American doesn't like Russian, so America support domestic Taiwan.
Wow.
But since China become stronger and stronger, and
Mm-hmm.
their economic is really good, now American government support. I think they support them, but American they want the world peace, so they don't want us to fight again. I
Oh.
think actually in their mind they support us, but they have to.
Remain silent.
No, they. I think now they support China because Chinese government is really powerful now
Mm-mm,
about
yeah.
their economic and their uh, like force
Mm.
weapons, their
Armor. Weapon.
weapon. Yeah, if you know in China there are a lot of factories. Everything is made in China, like iPhone
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, a
So
lot of.
yeah, so I think now nobody support us. So Chinese government say Taiwan is their part of China. Nobody can feedback, only us.
So now I know. Wow, thank you so much for that history.
And now we want to let every people know Taiwan is independent country.
Mm-mm.
But you know, I used to study in UK, and my friend, my classmate, the European student, they don't know about this.
Oh,
So some of them think Taiwanese
are
people are part
Chinese.
of yes,
Oh.
but actually we look similar. You know, like Singapore, people in Singapore
Yeah.
and Malaysia
Oh,
and
no.
Hong Kong, people in Hong
Oh, yeah,
Kong.
yeah, Hong Kong, Hong Kong.
Actually, we look the same, but you know the culture is different.
And even in language.
We can speak Mandarin and Taiwanese. People,
Ah.
Chinese people cannot understand Taiwanese, but they can
Oh,
understand Mandarin.
very good.
And we used to be Japanese colony.
Wow. You really know more about history. And it's really interesting.
Really, you like
Yeah.
it? You like the
Yeah.
history?
Yeah, the way how you introduced me the history of your country, it really makes me interested.
Really?
I'm not really
Thank
interested.
you.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in history, but the way how you delivered and the way how you told me the history, it really makes me interested about it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
But your student, the Taiwanese student, they didn't tell you
They
about that?
didn't. I think only one. The one who's working there, who's working in China. She just mentioned to me before that if I would have a chance to change something in my whole life, I'm gonna change the world. I wanted to be free from China.
Okay.
Yeah, because China um was trying to get Taiwan, something like that.
Yes.
So I said, "Oh, that's really a good idea." And
And you know,
go ahead.
sorry,
Go ahead.
China already controlled Hong Kong.
Oh.
But you know, Hong Kong people, they speak Cantonese, and they used to be UK, British colony. Do you know about that?
I don't know.
So in Hong Kong, it's financial center of APEC because Western Western company, they have a branch in Hong Kong. So people in Hong Kong can speak really good English and Cantonese. They are more advanced in among Asian country. But now British oh in 1998 British government give Hong Kong back to China, Chinese government. But people in Hong Kong they really don't like Chinese government, so maybe they want independent as well.
Mm-mm. Yeah, of course, I think so. And as I've observed about China, they are very possessive and self-centered country, I think. Because
Yes.
yeah, because even the parts of the Philippines when it comes to the seas,
What?
um,
Seas?
yeah,
Oh, I know the
you know
seas.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They
the
say it's
mm,
part of China.
yeah, China's trying to get it because they're owning it.
Yes.
China says that these sea is theirs.
Yes.
that Philippines or the Philippines really couldn't accept that that thing. You know, it's ours.
Yes.
It's still covered in our island, but China's still trying to get it away from us.
They are bully.
Yeah.
Yes.
When I first heard that news, I really used to hate China. Like, hey, why don't you become contented with what you have, right?
Yes. They want to be stronger to be competitive with USA, I think.
So that's why even some neighboring countries got affected by it.
Yes.
Oh my
They
gosh.
they say everything is theirs.
Wow. They're really bad.
I think because of their government.
Yeah. Um, how long does their president, or how long has their president been staying or been serving China?
You mean for the communists?
No, I mean the president in China. The president in China
This
has
one?
I mean no, has been the president in China has been serving their country for how many years now?
For how many years?
Yeah.
Uh,
Because if the president of China has been or has been serving the country for a long time, because as you said, from or since or ever since, right? Even in the history, China is quite possessive.
maybe in 1980?
Hmm. So, how many presidents have that or has that kind of attitude? Does it mean to say that every
Oh,
president sitting there, that every president who is sitting there, uh, are all
oh,
possessive?
sorry. I think it's from 1949
Oh,
because our government lose and
uh-huh.
our government come back to Taiwan.
Came back to Taiwan.
Oh, they moved to Taiwan. Actually, they live in China, but they lose
They
the
lost.
master. They lost, so they come to Taiwan in 1949. So
Oh
I think their government control whole China from 1949.
my gosh.
But I think they are poor at that time and they're not educated.
Mm-mm.
Maybe till 1990 or 80 because the economy is boost, so they become rich.
Yeah,
So
because they're really famous for business, right?
yeah, after they getting rich and educated, so their people want to be, you know, be more powerful.
Mm-mm.
So maybe at that time,
So why, I really couldn't imagine why do they need uh to why do they need to how to say that? Why do they need to get other countries and declare that it's theirs? That country are those countries are independent, like Taiwan.
oh, Taiwan is special because they think our government lose on the war.
Ah,
They think because our government used to control whole China, so now they control it because they win the war. But actually, they cannot come to Taiwan because our government is there. There's no war anymore, but they cannot fighting now
They cannot fight.
because the other country will support. Because here, maybe in the Middle East, American will how to say it, defense.
Defend.
Yeah, so now China, they cannot how to say that start a fight.
So China cannot, yeah, China cannot
Start.
mess cannot mess with Taiwan.
Yeah, but they think we are loser, and we just a small island. But now in Taiwan is important because our economy is still
Growing up, yeah.
yeah.
I think I have a suggestion for Taiwan. Maybe you can, since that China is still trying to get you, why don't Taiwan require every male who when they turn 21 years old they need to serve army like in South Korea, right? In South
Oh,
Korea.
we have
Really?
like, but we can now. Every country cannot start a war. We just have military service,
Mm,
but after 1 year,
1 year.
yeah, just 1 year. And for the boy
Mm,
going to
male.
the military service,